Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question is, do personality disorder symptoms predict divorce? If you find this video to be interesting or helpful, please like it and subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss anything new. Now, to answer this question about the relationship between personality disorder symptoms and divorce, I'm going to be using an article published in 2012 by Disney and colleagues. This article looked at this question, and we know that the construct of multiple divorces, when individuals get divorced a number of times throughout their life, we know that this construct is associated with anxiety, paranoid ideation, and global distress. And we also know that borderline personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder have been associated with separation, marital distress, low marital satisfaction, and divorce. And we believe the elements of these two disorders, like impulsivity, anger, mood lability, may contribute to these findings. We also know that marital disruption, which of course is different than divorce, has been associated with paranoid, schizoid, antisocial, and histrionic personality disorders, as well as all three of the cluster C personality disorders, so avoidant, dependent, and obsessive-compulsive personality disorder. So there seems to be no question that personality disorders can tax a marriage, but here we're looking specifically at divorce. And in a lot of the studies that look at divorce and personality disorders or divorce and other mental health factors, divorce is indirectly studied. It's not always directly studied. So sometimes the other elements, like I mentioned, low marital satisfaction, marital disruption, marital distress, those constructs are studied and inferences are made as to what they may mean for divorce. Now, the study I'm referring to in this video did directly look at divorce. It looked at all of the personality disorders and related them to divorce rates. And the findings were fairly interesting. So we see here that increased levels of paranoid and histrionic personality disorder traits were associated with higher divorce rates. But none of the personality disorders, other than those, were associated with higher divorce rates. Now, this is a bit of a surprising finding because, again, antisocial and borderline personality disorders in the past have been linked to divorce. There was another interesting finding here, though, and that's around avoidant personality disorder. Avoidant personality disorder symptoms were negatively associated with the number of divorces. So the higher the level of symptoms, the fewer divorces were observed. And this was even more surprising than the first finding. Again, the other personality disorders didn't have any relationship to the divorce rate, and the associations that were identified across multiple measures of the symptoms. So the next question is, why did we have these findings? Well, of course, we're just really speculating. There's different theories around why these personality disorders had the relationship they did. But with paranoid personality disorder, we see characteristics like suspiciousness, and it's not unusual that that suspiciousness is sometimes at least about a spouse and possible cheating activity. We see hostility and jealousy. So it's not surprising, looking at those characteristics, that that would interfere in a marital relationship. With histrionic personality disorder, we see attention-seeking behavior, inappropriate, sexually seductive behavior, including flirting, self-centered behavior, and rapidly shifting and shallow emotions. So again, just looking at the symptoms associated with histrionic personality disorder, it's not surprising that that disorder would interfere with a marital relationship. Also, with histrionic personality disorder, we oftentimes see this desire to have a number of close relationships. So the individuals with this disorder are oftentimes searching for intimacy with a number of people. And again, it's easy to connect this to the idea of marital disruption and, of course, eventually possibly divorce. Now, again, with avoidant personality disorder, we had the opposite finding as compared to paranoid and histrionic personality disorders. As the levels went up, the number of divorces went down. And this could be explained by some of the characteristics we see with avoidant personality disorder, like not being assertive, social inhibition, so the tendency not to explore socially is there. A tendency to avoid criticizing others is also a key part of avoidant personality disorder. All these factors could lead to somebody avoiding divorce. Also, there would be less opportunity for an individual with avoidant personality disorder to find another partner. Sometimes divorces are caused indirectly through infidelity, so somebody finds someone else and then they get divorced. We would see less opportunity with avoidant personality disorder with that. Also, the fear of the process of divorce itself. So just avoiding all of the emotions and all the pain associated with divorce. Another possibility here is that when individuals with avoidant personality disorder get divorced, they're less likely to remarry. So this means they would not have a probability of getting divorced again because they wouldn't get married again. So that would really change in terms of what we see with the statistics. They're not available to have future divorces. So that would skew the data and make it look like individuals with avoidant personality disorder were less likely to be divorced. Now, the last thing to remember here with this study, with these findings, and really with this whole topic, is that the divorce rate is different than marital satisfaction. As I mentioned, a lot of studies try to capture constructs that are related to divorce, but not actually divorce. It's important when considering how personality disorders connect with divorce to actually study the construct of divorce. Even though those other studies are helpful, they give us information about what possibly could be associated with divorce, what could lead to divorce. It's always good to study the divorce rate with personality disorders or with mental disorders directly, and we don't see a lot of studies like that. I hope you found this description of personality disorder symptoms and divorce to be interesting. Thanks for watching.